What kind of filial piety do you think is true filial piety? Is it a simple funeral to show filial piety to parents before death? Or is it a grand funeral to not support them before death? In my opinion, no matter how grand the aftermath is, and no matter how miserable the children cry in front of their souls, it is all for the living to see. True filial piety should not be a face-saving project. It should not consume parents who have already passed away to gain a good reputation for themselves, but should allow parents to enjoy tangible benefits while still alive. Satisfy their reasonable wishes. Mr. Feng's mother had 4 sons, and when she passed away, only Mr. Feng and his family of 4 were guarding in front of the hospital bed. When the old mother had already left, Mr. Feng's 3 brothers arrived. Not only did they not feel guilty for not being able to give his mother the last ride, but they also punched and kicked Mr. Feng. Mr. Feng's self-statement: I am 62 years old this year. A week ago, since the Spring Festival in 2013, my mother has been living in my home for the elderly, supported by our family of 4 for 10 years. When she left, my wife and I fed her water, fed her food, and washed her body. We used a wheelchair to push her out to bask in the sun every day. She lay in a clean bed, with no odor on her body, and passed away in her sleep. The doctor said that she had not experienced any pain. In fact, as early as 2 weeks ago, the doctor had us mentally prepared and told us that there was not much time left for our mother. Upon hearing this, I immediately sent a message to the 3 brothers in the family group, urging them to come back as soon as possible and let their mother see them for the last time. However, apart from the many crying expressions they made in the family group, when the elder brother arrived home, my wife and I had changed the shroud for my mother. My son was there to discuss the funeral with my daughter. The elder brother first threw himself down in front of the bed and cried a few times, then snatched my son's life. Go. You don't cry as a junior. What kind of home is it? I'm the elder brother. Our family of 4 were arranged by our elder brother, all of whom stayed by my mother's side until the next day, when everyone came back. The elder brother patted me on the shoulder and handed me a piece of paper. My eldest brother asked me to buy all the things that need to be prepared for the funeral, and also invited a theatrical troupe to come and have a lively atmosphere. What's even more strange is that it will be held for a week, and I feel puzzled. The eldest brother explained. Mom lived to be 91 years old. It's a joyful funeral, and the scale naturally needs to be larger. Otherwise, I don't quite agree with this statement. In my opinion, after a big operation, everything is done for the living, just to save face and spend money recklessly. Moreover, when the big brother mentioned asking me to buy these things, I also paid for the entertainment team. The 3 of them didn't pay a penny. My wife also noticed something was wrong and asked them, how much does it cost in the future? Upon hearing my wife's suggestion, the eldest brother immediately became angry and cursed my wife, saying, when a man talks, what does a woman get in the way? I was also very angry, so I quickly took care of my wife and started arguing with him. Brother, what you said is too much. She is my daughter-in-law and gave birth to 2 children for our old Feng family. How did she become an outsider? Also, with a loud bang, a teacup was thrown at me, but fortunately I could avoid it. It was the 3rd brother who smashed the teacup at me. How did you talk to the eldest brother? Do you understand the rules? Besides, Mom's money has been spent on you. Who should you pay for this money? Before I could continue my theory, my 2nd brother grabbed a broom and attacked my wife. My eldest brother and 3rd brother also joined in, and our son and daughter quickly protected us. As a result, The 4 families fought together and our 4 were surrounded by them. At this time, a few relatives saw it, and quickly stepped forward to pull them apart. Seeing the face of their wife, and children covered in color, and their daughter crying in a mess, the 3 brothers didn't think they were wrong. They all insisted that I should hit them, and said that I was ungrateful. Mom, you just left us alone before she died. I am very clear that the money mentioned by the 3 brothers refers to 2 amounts. One being 2,000 yuan during the separation. First of all, let's talk about the 2,000 yuan split. We split up 30 years ago. I remember it was December the 11th, 1993. My father said to us, "This is all the savings of our elderly couple, totaling 10,000 yuan. The boss plans to go to other places to work, and the second also wants to go. I thought about it for a while to divide your families. After all, my father divided the money into 5 parts, 2,000 each, one for each son. At that time, none of the 3 brothers had any objections. They took their own share and left home to work hard. Only I, who didn't want to go out, stayed in my hometown to farm and continue living with my parents. Therefore, regarding this issue, I have decided to have a showdown with everyone. It's really difficult for me to say about this matter. My parents live with us, and are very good to our family of 4. I'm not sure if they have spent money on us. But even if they do, our family of 4 has taken on our parents' elderly care responsibilities. From the moment we separated, my parents followed us through. Dad has been paralyzed for 5 years and was served by our family. After Dad left, Mom suggested that our 4 sons take turns providing for the elderly. All 3 sister-in-law refused, saying that Mom didn't bring them children. Speaking of this, my cousin stood up to be fair, and pointed at the big brother, who caused the trouble and asked, "I won't tell anyone else. When we split up, your son was 14 years old, right? How did your son grow up when your mother didn't take care of you? As the eldest son, your elder brother is like a father. You should have taken care of your parents. Not only do you not take care of them." Seeing my older brother still unconvinced, I asked my fellow villagers in a loud voice, "Everyone, my parents have worked hard all their lives, and have never paid for pension insurance. So they can only receive basic pension subsidies and elderly allowances, which are all provided by my son for them." Many villagers and elders have also confirmed my statement, and my uncle even dug up his distribution records to show to his 3 brothers. No matter how many times I explain it, how many times my mother says it, and how many times my son shows them evidence, when I explain both the money clearly, the 3 brothers finally had nothing to say. Perhaps they heard the villagers scolding them, especially the elder brother. The elder brother came over with a playful smile, and wanted to take my hand, saying, "I'm sorry. 4th, we misunderstood you. The elder brother will make amends to you. We are all brothers who have broken bones and tendons." I took a step back, and instead of following the steps, I pointed to my wife and children, saying, "You misunderstood me for hitting me. I can accept it, but I can't forgive those who hit my wife and children so hard." For Mom's sake, the faces of the 3 brothers turned red, and my cousin later said that I had gone too far, and shouldn't continue to worry. Filial piety to my parents is my obligation, and I have completed it. As for those brothers who disregard their family relationships for the sake of profit, I still don't want them.